To get an Angular project up and running, you first need an npm package manager. The easiest way to get one is to open your preferred search engine and search for Node. This should bring up Node.js.org as the first result. Here you download the current long-term support version, which at the time of recording is 2010. After the download has finished, go to your Downloads folder and install Node. After accepting the license agreement and clicking Next 3 times, make sure to check this box. This will install Chocolatey, which is a framework that will automate part of the installation. This can bring up the Windows user control. Simply hit yes and allow the process to continue. After the Node installation is done, a new command line window will appear to install Python and the Visual Studio build tools. Press any key and allow Windows to open the PowerShell. Once again, this can bring up the Windows user control. Simply hit yes and allow the process to continue. After the PowerShell is done, close it and open a new command line window. To check if Node was installed correctly, type node space -v and press enter. You should get the installed Node version as the answer. The next thing you will need is an IDE. This is an editor which helps you write code. Use your preferred search engine to look up Visual Studio Code. The first result should be visualstudio.com. Here you just want to hit download for Windows. The installation of Visual Studio Code should be pretty straightforward. Just accept the agreement and press next until you can press install. After the installation is done, press finish and Visual Studio should launch. If the bottom panel is not visible, activate it by clicking this symbol in the top right corner. In the bottom panel, switch to the terminal. Open a folder that will contain your project. If a prompt comes up that asks if you trust the author of files in the selected folder, press yes. Once again, open your preferred search engine and this time enter Angular. This should bring up Angular.io. Here you want to go to Docs and then set up your environment. Scroll down to this line and copy it. Go back to Visual Studio, paste the line into the terminal and press enter. This will enable the execution of PowerShell scripts. Finally, you can install Angular by copying this line. After the installation is done, you can create your first Angular project by entering this line. I will not share usage data, but you can do as you wish. I recommend choosing SCSS over CSS. Before your project is created, you will be asked to enable SSR and SSG. For now, I would recommend you to simply enable these functions by hitting Y. I have linked a video in the description with more information about SSR and SSG. To start your app, switch to the My App directory and enter ng serve --open. This will open the example application in your default browser. The last thing you could do is go to the Extensions tab and install the Angular language service. This extension will provide completions, errors and hints inside Angular HTML templates. Happy coding!